Hello everyone, welcome to the Gorgie Farm apiary. It's the end of the season episode. Today we will be looking at how much honey our baby colonies have made. We're going to give them some empty frames and sugar syrup to get them ready for winter. So it's been a very successful season. As you can see, it's 2nd of September. The bees are very busy. From what we've noticed is that they found some honeydew honey. So this is very promising, and also I'm very curious how the honey will taste, because this is our first Gorgie Farm harvest. So let's get down to it. I've pre-opened those boxes a bit just to have a look what's going on and to see what we can expect. Obviously the crown board, as per usual, covered with bees. We're gonna have a look to see if the queen isn't here. She's not. It's all good. So let's take the packs off. All right, and shake it down. Don't worry, it doesn't hurt them. They will walk back to the hive or fly in, because I don't know if you know, but not all the bees fly straight away. The nursing bees need to develop their wings over a certain period of time. So if you shake them out, they will crawl back in. As you can see, well, you can't because you're too far away, but you can trust me, they're walking. All right, this is the box of empty frames with just the foundations. We want to use the sugar feeding regime to draw out some more wax for next season, because the bees have plenty of honey in the bottom box, which we're not taking away. But we will be giving them our special sugar syrup with herbs to draw out some wax for next year. So when the spring comes, we have fresh frames for them to work on. All right, let's see what our BBs have done this summer. So this one was a slightly smaller nook. It was only 3 frames of bees. So the box is not completely full, but it looks very promising. Again, I would like to remind that we've started off with just 3 frames of bees here and nothing else, so they did extremely well. Now, to show you, it's a very good example. Yes, you can see the lighter honey, but also spots of very dark one. This one actually, here as well, very almost black honey, which means that all the trees surrounding this beautiful place, which Gorgie Farm is, started producing the honeydew. And for those of you, our dear viewers, who don't know what the honeydew is, the best reference is when you park your car underneath certain trees, it gets all sticky. So bees love that stickiness. So don't wash your car. Just take it to the apiary. You get the beeswax finish for free. All right, I'll put it back in. So the first colony is slightly slower to it, and I think we're gonna wait with the feeding of them and allow them to finish this off, or we're gonna shake them all down and give this honey to the stronger colony. They will finish it and we can start feeding for winter this one. And I think that's what we're gonna do. But we want to be very careful about it, not like just now. And do it once our lovely audience has moved a bit further, because the BBs will get a bit upset from all the shaking. And we don't want anyone to get stung. All right, I see you, my little sisters, are struggling a bit. So let's build you a bridge. Ladies, you can use this stick to get to the hive. Yes, I know it's not ideal. Yes? Are you gonna use it? Oh, and they're still bringing pollen. It might be a case that they found some heather as well, because people like to put out heather in their gardens. It's a beautiful blossom. And if the bees are bringing very white, very sort of creamy color pollen, that might be heather. It's actually counterintuitive. If the flower is yellow, it's not gonna have yellow pollen. Like potatoes have white flowers, but the bees bring black pollen from it. All right. You see how they're crawling up to go to the hive? There you go. They're so cute. I have one hive in front of our bedroom window on Easter Road, and you wake up and you just see them flying around. All right, so that's it for the first hive. Later on, what we're gonna do, we're gonna shake down all the bees from the super, allow them to go back to the brood nest. We will give them empty box with foundation, our feeder, sugar syrup, and that's done for the little BBs for the year. We will take them away to Jupiter Artland for the wintering, because that's our Edinburgh wintering site. And we will bring them and a bit more next year, because this went very well. So we would like to increase the amount of hives we have to like maybe 6, 7. That should provide a sustainable source of honey for the farm shop, and well, much more picture opportunities for us. All right, that's it. Let's plug you up. What is it? Are you gonna sting me? Go away, don't get nervous. Yes, this is your roof. I'm putting it back on. Thank you. All right. Seriously, those are mild bees. Like the ones that we have on Heather in Blackford, Pentlands, or in East Lothian. Seriously, guys. Full suit from top to bottom. Gloves. Forget about this. This is not actually bee suited, because this is just for mosquitoes. All right. Yeah. All right, are we ready? Hive number 2, it's the stronger one. Again, we have already opened it up in advance. The top vents are heavily propolized, which is always good. Bees use propolis, which is their glue. Basically a mixture of honey, saliva, beeswax, and wood pulp as a glue to seal off any source of draft in the hive and control the moisture. I'm sorry, I'm looking at the wasps. It's this time of the season when the wasps try to steal all the honey from the bees, and that's not something that we like. All right, so this is so much better. Look at this, guys. It's pretty amazing how well the bees that were just 4 frames of bees a few months ago without the queen, because you have to remember that the bees have raised the queen themselves. Then she went out on a mating flight, came back 3 weeks later, and managed to develop this amazing colony, which is just booming with bees. So here we're looking at, I'm ashamed to admit, but I forgot my hive tool. So taking this off will be tricky and might upset some bees. So let's give you a signal that there's gonna be a bit of a disruption. No, don't worry, guys. It's just a matter though. We've managed. Yes, ladies. All right. Oh. Let's bring it over. There you go. So as you can see, full super of honey. Wonderful, delicious Edinburgh honey. I'm very, very curious on how it's gonna taste. We're gonna do another video on spinning and comb cutting. And it's pretty heavy, so I'm gonna stop pretending that I can hold it without any effort and just put it back in. But it's great. I mean, like, good 15 kilograms of honey. All right, let's set it aside like so. Are you gonna gravity behave? Yes, thank you. Let's have a look inside. Might be a case that the bees have been overproductive and they flooded the nest, which means that the queen no longer has space to... Oh my god, this is so good. Again, the lack of hive tool will be problematic. Okay, there we go, very gently, no squashy. Oh, so yes, that's another 2 kilograms of honey on this frame alone. And as you can see, guys, right, I'll shake you down. Yeah, go back in, come down. Nothing bad is going on. It's just a sugar daddy. As you can see, oh, sorry Gabby, sorry camera. As you can see, we have very light looking honey here, if we would look against the light. And then the latest development, obviously this probably was a little patch of brood that the queen laid, had all hatched out, and now the bees are storing this beautiful dark honeydew, which is amazing result. And I mean, like, I'm really proud of them. It just shows how wonderful and hardworking bees are. I'm really glad. So so we were thinking it might be either honeydew or buckwheat honey.
I think so. I don't know for definite. I'd have to ask Hannah, who works in the garden, but I think so, yeah.
So it's better than Manuka.
Okay, oh wow.
All right, so this is one frame. Let's go back in. We might actually have to... Oh, I'm sorry. Yes, they're flooding again. No brood. Alright, let's give you a bit of smoke. Getting a bit agitated. Let's see if... Whoa, this is very impressive. Oh, come on. So, this has been just 2 frames. And we already have a frame full of brood. I'll bring this over. Maybe we will find the queen here. And we have all stages of brood as well. So we have fully capped larvae, some eggs. This queen is relentless in her work. I mean, look at this. Any space the bees have left for her, she filled out with eggs and larvae. Impressive, very impressive. Very, not in the nose.
One came to the microphone as well.
All right, I think the BBs are getting a bit upset. Oh, there is a wiggle dance going on. Another bee found another food source. Hold on, let me try and get her out. Very gently. But this is a good sign. If this time of the year you have worker bees, oh, I don't want to swear on YouTube because, you know, standards. But this is just magnificent. You know, look how much brood, how many new bees will hatch in the next week. We're looking here at roughly almost 3,000 bees to hatch within a few days. Where is the twerking bee? Where are you? I think the smoke might have spooked her away, but beautiful. Outstanding. Or I would shake your wings or hands or little legs, but there's too many of you. All right, enough of the disturbing the nest. Let's leave you to it. So what we're gonna do with you babies is we're gonna give them the box of empty frames above. There you go. And the honey frame goes back in. Very nice. No, the other way around. Yes. All right. So the bees will never make the frame straight. Always make it wavy. And if the hives aren't leveled and there's too much of the tilt, the bees will still work in a straight line. So everything will be shifted by the amount of the degrees the hive shifts. So all right, so this is for you ladies. All right, you keep on working on this. Wonderful. So basically, if a scout bee will go and find a food source, she will come back. You have to remember that it's sort of weird because it's pitch black in the hive. It's completely, there is no light, but the bees see in ultraviolet. So a very little light of high frequency will still be enough for them. What do you smell? Yeah? Will be enough for them. So she will, you know how the hive is always straight and bees always work in a vertical line. She will do a straight walk up from the center of Earth up, and then on her way down she will come back at an angle which shows the angle towards the sun. So by dancing she shows which direction the bees have to head, how intense the crop is by the amount of shaking, and under what angle they have to orientate themselves toward the sun to find the crop. And then the bees vote. It's not like they immediately go after the crop because there might be different food sources. There are multiple scouts flying around and trying to find the forage. So they will choose which the main forage they're gonna follow. But being the smart bees that they are, they will diversify. So some of the bees will follow the less attractive crop to bring different pollens as well. But for example, when we move them to the heather, they don't really have a choice. No, in order to get really good heather honey, you have to have the bees deep in the heather moors, so they won't be tempted by clover or any other wildflowers. Obviously, they will find some. It's not like the heather is just a pure monoculture. It's not. But, oh, well, okay, getting back to the point, I'm getting distracted. But they will, in majority, just focus on the available crop. Because as hardworking as they are, they're also very cheeky and practical. And the heather is a difficult crop because the flowers are hard to open. And it's not always the sweetest, because you have different levels of sugar in different flowers. So given a choice, they would rather go to clover, which has nice, big, open flowers. There is no hassle, and they get more sugar out of it. Yeah. But we want some nice heather honey. All right, I'll leave you to it, ladies. You be the best bee you can be. All right, let's close you up. And then next week, my dear audience from YouTube, hello everyone. Please subscribe, like, comment, even if you're angry about something, like the life of the bee, of the queen bee. Yes, that video is very, very popular. Not very accurate, but tough cookie. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel. Enjoy the last weekend of summer and be happy.